getting near the end of summer in Alberta here. Hunting season's coming close. We're close to home here. We got a picture of a really big 5x5. So we're getting a couple extra cameras set up in the area, trying to find this pattern, because that first couple weeks of September, they're often on their summer feeding pattern still, and it's a good time to get a big buck and just catch them coming out to the field. Well, I'm all set here. Opening day, northern Alberta. Did a quick hanging hunt here in a kind of a newer area. We just put a camera here maybe a couple weeks ago, and there's a couple big whitetails on camera. So it's 30 degrees Celsius. Long walk in with all the gear, but I'm hung up and I'm set for the last 2.5 hours of light here, so we'll see what comes out. There's also elk and moose in this field as well, so stay tuned. Let's do it. Week into season. Same spot I did a hanging hunt opening day. I went and moved it about another 180 yards. Realized they're coming out of this corner here, so I just got it all set up. It's hot again, about close to 30 Celsius, but haven't got any pictures of the big bucks 200 yards up, but I still think they're coming out of this corner perhaps. So we got an hour and 40 minutes left to sit, so we'll see what comes. All right, well, here it is. It's just a bit after dark. I shot that buck half hour before last light. I had a young buck come out. This was just a hanging hunt, 30-degree weather. I had a picture of this big buck 2 weeks ago, one picture. I was hoping maybe he was hanging out in this area. Sure enough, around 8 o'clock, I could hear some walking in the field, and there was a younger buck, and I eventually seen it. It was a little far out, so I'm like, okay, well, I do have a lane there. Maybe there'll be another buck here. So I waited maybe another 2 minutes, and then out stepped this big boy. And I had no lanes that close, but I knew there was this canopy kind of pocket in the tree. If you got a little further out, I'd have him. So eventually I was range finding, moving my sight, and then I was able to stop him. Shot. It looked a touch low, but he really ducked in, good angle, and it made a good pop. And I never heard him make it to the tree line. So I walked out, and let me show you the size of this thing. What do we have here? Say just a nice big doe or a monster buck. Just shot him. He did not run. Jesus. He didn't run far at all. 20-30 yards. Right on. Well, here it is. We are like just about a week into early season archery here. This is probably one of the first bucks I've ever shot in September, to tell you the truth. I've always been a guy that likes to hold out till November for a big one and often fold my tag. So no clue where he's at. And then all of a sudden, out he comes. And I have a bit of a lane. I was range finding, and eventually he stepped. He was fairly far out, but it's ranges that I practice at often. So I stopped him, and you'll see in the video, I stopped him so I can get a good range on him, moved the sight. He was at a nice angle, and this is a this is a world-class buck, you know, you're taking that shot, and I felt confident in it, and I shot him, and I don't think I could have hit him any better. Initially it looked low because you see the knock, but it made a loud noise, and he didn't run far. I didn't hear him get back into the bush, and then I called my buddy Mitch, who's here filming for me now. I was solo hunting, and as I was talking on the phone, I could hear it wheezing, so I was pretty sure I got him, and sure enough, I head out there, and there he is. He maybe ran 30 yards and tipped over. Here it is the next day here. We got it back at my place, getting ready to process it. It's a big, clean 5x5 here. We did some rough scoring, and we figure it's going to go Boone and Crockett, I'd say for sure. So definitely the biggest buck I've gotten yet, and it's clean buck.
I'm out sitting for deer opening day. Lots of mosquitoes. I lent my thermocell to Michelle, so she owes me big time. I'm trying this mesh suit, so hopefully it works well. I don't lose too much blood. Well, the mesh worked really well. I didn't lose much blood at all. And then the next night found me out with the thermocell sitting back in the stand looking for this big 5x6. Also the king buck was around there too, and I was hoping one of them would come by. This is a new hang hunt that I set up. I had a young buck come out early, out in the field in front of me, and then to the left of me, it was kind of a narrow lane, but it was back in the bush, and it was quite dark in there. Even though it looks like it's midnight, it's still 15 minutes legal light left. And then I had the big 5x6 show up. He was oblivious to me sitting there 23 yards away from him, and he was just grazing around, and I kept waiting for him to get out from behind the trees. Finally, I thought he gave me that opportunity, and I let one rip. Unfortunately, I hit the tree right beside him, and my arrow splintered into 3 or 4 pieces. So it ended up being a clean miss, and we got pictures of him several more times throughout the fall, and he never did cross our paths again, so hopefully we get him next year. Last year, Steve took a giant black bear at the same bait that Dylan's young son Maverick will be hunting for his first bear today. Steve's bear was a bruiser with a thick black coat. There was a sow coming into the bait and two big boars. And he happened to hit it at just the right time, and it was a beautiful, beautiful bear. Maverick was out year number 2 trying to get himself a black bear. He'd been sitting with his dad a lot previous year. No luck. And tonight he decided to sit with his mom. She was running camera, and by goodness sake, they had a black bear come in, and you'll have to watch to see what happens.
Knock another one, bud. Knock another one.
Hey everybody, so Maverick's finally got his bear. We came, we sat yesterday, we sat today, sat for about an hour. This beautiful bear came in, Maverick took his shot. We backed away, went to the lodge, got some help, came back with Wiley, and we recovered the bear about 100 yards from the bait.
Right on. Yay. Give your mom a hug.
Yay!
She's your luck charm. She's your luck charm. Congratulations, buddy. Pick that head up. Show me the head. Grab it by the ears. Let's see that bear. That's a good bear. That's a nice bear, buddy. That's a great first bear. Oh man, your dad's gonna be so proud of you. Your grandpa Kubi's looking down and he's smiling. I bet you right now. He's happy as can be. That's awesome. Well, let's get it out. We're getting a quad tub. Yeah, it's that peak time of the year. The rut should be going pretty good. They should be calling pretty good.
Almost mid-month.
Yeah.
Leaves are starting to change color. I'm excited to see how many bulls we get responding first thing.
Yeah. Right on.
Fresh morning.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very calm too. Yeah, there's a big wallow right here. Back inside. got into like 50, 60 yards of his screening. This young bull, he got a little nervous, I think. Well, that was as close as that bull got to Michelle, and then it kind of moved back to the north and quit calling. And she headed back, and then the next day Steve came up. So we were going to go out for a couple days with him and try to get him a nice bull elk. So stay tuned as we go after Steve's bull. The land of the giant trees.
Alberta redwoods.
Alberta redwoods. That is crazy. These trees have never been logged. Probably 100 years old. Let's cut it down and count the rings. Steve and I went back into the bush where I got a big 6x6 last season. The bull was self-bugling with a herd of cows and another bull. I slowly moved up on him to 30 yards to manage to get a clean shot into him using a GoPro on my head to self-film. This bull is almost a twin to the big bull that Steve and I are going after today. We will be hunting Steve's bull about 400 yards from where mine went down last year. According to trail cameras, there's another big monster in there that could honestly be his brother. Yesterday, we had a bull come in quiet. It's not too far from where we saw a big 6x6 this morning with a big herd. But it's dead calm, so we're just listening. I saw him run when you shot.
I shot. I think I deflected. See these trees here? These two branches?
It sounded like you hit him.
I hit him.
How far? Do you see how far the arrow went in?
Yeah, it looked like it sunk in.
Okay.
So he went straight that way.
Yeah, I saw him go that way.
But I didn't hear him crash.
Okay, we'll keep going.
I told you that.
Here's the blood. Right here. You may just want to put your tag on that big rack laying there at 20 yards.
Yeah! Woo! Fucking nailed her, buddy!
He went like 50 yards.
Son of a man!
I never seen a guy so disappointed. I could see the track. See how he's tearing everything up? And then I'm looking, I thought I should do a loop at 30 yards. And I look, and there he is.
I was going to sit down and have a cry because I was so disappointed in myself.
Holy mother of goodness gracious, that's a big bull. That is a monster. That's a heavy massed bull. Stevie, congratulations, dude.
One sec, buddy. Thank you. Again.
All you do is shoot 6x6s with me. Lay your bow on him and pull up his head.
Holy Christ, I don't think I can, buddy.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez, I think that'll go Pope. No doubt in my mind it'll go Pope. Holy moly. No cows with him.
That's a bull.
That is a bull. That is incredible. Holy man, that's a king of the jungle. Yeah, he came in this morning.
6x5.
He's a 6x6.
6x5. Send Taylor the note. 6x5 down.
Right on. Okay.
I moved up. I don't know, maybe 30 yards ahead. I heard him crunching through the bush. I had a little shot window between two kind of laid down spruce branches. When he came through, I shot.
Good bull. If we got to spend 8 or 9 hours, it better be a Pope Young bull one, and it is.
This looks like a dandy.
Well, Steve got a beautiful bull, and a little bit later in the month, we found Taylor out after elk. one of his secret spots. It was along the outside of a big old buffalo fence. Looks like he was hunting high fence in Texas, but the bull was on this side of the fence. So you have to stay tuned. He gets a nice opportunity.
Well, here it is. Can't say I was expecting to see an elk. This is a spot where I've shot an elk a couple of years ago, but haven't really been running cameras here. But I know they come out every so often, and sure enough, I was just standing in the trees and with this kind of ghillie top on, reading my phone, and I looked, and he's out there at 70 yards, just kind of looking around, perfectly broadside. So I swing around and I laid a shot on him, and he didn't go 30 yards. Made a great shot. Well, look at him here. There he is. Yeah, just a nice young 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's a young 6 by 5, a perfect eater.
I'm driving down the road in my quad. It's about 20 minutes before shooting light, and out of the ditch 10 yards in front of me hops this big bull elk, like literally his butt's in my face, and a big body but not a big rack. And then he starts to trot down the road, so I just drove really slow and he just trotted down the road, and then I stopped. I let him get way ahead of me. When he was out of the lights I could barely see him, and then anyways he just kept going. I thought he would go in the bush, but no, he just kept going down the road and then into the ditch and then out of the ditch. And then anyways, next thing I know, he turns and goes into the bush just north of where I was going to sit for the morning in a tree stand. Luckily I had a Hoochie Mama call in my hand, in my pocket, I guess my fanny pack, the Hoochie Mama. Anyways, I just did a few calls of that, and I did a few more calls, and then all of a sudden I could hear bush cracking, you know, straight north of me, like straight north. And the wind's from the south, and I thought, oh man, it's not good. And then next thing you know, I see a buckskin body coming through the bush. So I fired up both cameras, the one on my bow, which is just my iPhone mount, and then my camera beside me. And yeah, he walked right to the point of call, like right downwind of me pretty well. But I think because the wind might be a little southeast, so he might have just been far enough east of me that he didn't catch me, or else the wind's rising. And then he walked right in. And then he wouldn't give me broadside, but he was so close. He was 18 yards looking straight up at me, and you know, usually I can hit a gopher's eye at that range. So I thought I'll just tuck it right down through both lungs and his heart, and that'll be that. You know, he's only 100 yards from the road. Easy, even though I'm solo hunting, easy to get back to my house. So anyways, something happened. I took the shot, and it went like 3 feet to the left of him. Either, I don't know what I did. I thought maybe my arrow slid off my wrist and it was laying on my shelf, because it's happened before. You know, if I don't load it in, especially when I put it on in the dark. But, you know, I just don't know what happened. Like that, like it wasn't like it was close either. It was like literally 3 feet. My arrow just went that direction. I could see it out the corner of my eye. So, clean miss. He trotted back. I did some calls. He mulled around for a bit. I could hear him, but he wouldn't come back again. But anyways, pretty cool. All excitement minus all the work. And really, we've already got a few elk this year in the group, so don't really need the elk meat. Trying to scout and get ready. Hopefully somebody gets their moose, because it's about 5 years to get drawn out here, and that's what we're looking for. Anyways, stay tuned. There's a young bull.
I'd say that's 2 cows.
And a cow.
That's not a calf.
Oh yeah. Right where we were going to go hunt this morning. But we were going to go into the bush. They're out in the field. This is the view from the top. Still pretty thick. Mwah. Mwah. That's a perfect shot, 25 yards.
Gotta stick right where I would shoot.
Mwah.
Just not totally feeling him. I heard something. He looked good for a second coming in, and then, not that I wouldn't appreciate the meat on a young bull, but this is the first bull we've called in.
As a guide, he's 50 yards from a quad on a cut line.
Yeah.
He got in awfully fast on us without making noise.
Yeah. Our first bull of the trip.
Yeah, we were literally calling here for like 10 minutes.
I seen his pants when he first came up.
Yeah, I thought he was a good bull.
He looked good because he was kind of wide. Like,
Yeah.
I just seen width, and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one because it's like good country too. But he's young.
What did you hit? Look at all the feathers that went right through.
Look at what is
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
It's a tough go hunting chickens.
Did it go to infinity and beyond the arrow?
I went to infinity. I anticipated the drop, and he didn't drop the string on me.
Oh, let's go get a moose. We've scared a lot of chickens on this road, so it's moose time.
All right, so far this morning we've had quite an eventful morning. On our way to our spot, we actually ran into a cow and calf, and then so we stayed put and started calling. The boys went to go get the quads and come back, and when they came back, we found a young bull coming into the call across the field, but he took off towards the lake, and so we've been working our way down to the lake. Now we're here. We're gonna do another set, and yeah, so we just got here. It's starting to rain too. Might end up being a pretty wet day.
Yeah. Bill lost a peep sight in his compound yesterday, so he's using recarve.
Lost my arrows
Yeah,
and
that was
the
everything, yeah.
trail. Then realized I lost my peep. So
Yeah.
we're going traditional.
Yeah, we're gonna get one in close for him. He's got paddles.
He's got good paddles.
Yeah.
I think I seen a big one.
Is that the same one?
We walked right into a cow and calf moose. Now we're trying to keep her around. She's like 40 yards from us, and we're just, Jim keeps calling. And I'm trying to keep her attention with this paddle. And they're just hanging around for the last probably 10 minutes now. So we're hoping she brings in a bull. We're hoping to keep her around. Our first rut pit of the season.
It's right by where we saw that cow and calf, just within 100 yards.
That smells like a rut pit.
Does it? Oh, nice.
It smells better than my synthetic spray.
Yeah, what I found is the hardest part about moose hunting with Michelle is hauling the porta potties around all the moose country.
This is evening of day 6. Jim this is his last evening moose hunting. He has tomorrow morning, and then that's it. then he's pulling the pin and he's going back to town.
For one day, then I'm going mountain sheep hunting.
Yes, but not moose hunting.
Not moose hunting.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm going out for my sit. Evening of day 7. I'm doing a solo sit and I'm gonna call. I'm getting out nice and early so I don't have to rush. And I just sprayed my boot with some scent. So hopefully I can trail in a bull. He's coming from this way.
Well, unfortunately, that bull was just hit in the shoulder. Didn't make it into the chest cavity. The arrow fell out. Michelle, Logan, and Steve spent the next day tracking that bull, and they bumped it up, and it was still rutting good. Michelle decided, since she wasn't having good luck with the moose, she would see if she could have some good luck with the goose. We got a bunch of geese there. We're going to sneak in there with their bull and let her get one, but they might be just a little too far from the bush line. Oh, you hit just a little shy. It was about 80 yards. They were 40, and then they walked out.
Yeah, I'm not quite sighted in for 80, so I just kind of, yeah, I was definitely trying to be conservative because it felt like a wild card. But oh well.
We're gonna see if she can get one out of the air like Tim Wells. There she is doing a retrieval red light and knock. There's the goose retrieval dog. I never seen a more disappointed look on her face, not being able to retrieve the geese. My gosh, next time.
Next time.
Last year on Lodge Hunts 4, Taylor and his friend Mitch went sheep hunting in WMU 410 in November. Mitch had a ram draw and Taylor had a ewe draw. The boys spotted some sheep and Taylor harvested his ewe. Further up the mountain were some rams, including a very nice legal ram, almost a full curl. Over the course of the hunt, there were several times that Mitch had slipped climbing, and that resulted in him unknowingly bending his arrow rest. Just a little bit. But this resulted in his arrows constantly flying 5 feet to the left, as you can see in this video. This happened twice. Twice he missed this ram well within his effective bow range. And it wasn't until the boys were watching the video back later that they realized how far he missed it. And unfortunately, this prevented Mitch from taking that nice ram. Oh well, he will be drawn in another 14 years.
Well, we're out here middle of October, Canmore, Alberta area. Picked up a general trophy sheep tag. So we were in here last year on a draw. Found an area with some rams, so we're going to see if they're here in October. Beautiful weather, leaves changing. Nice scenery regardless. We'll see some sheep, but looking for legal ones. So we'll see.
Yep, we're going to be backpacking her.
Well, we're on an old goat trail here. We got to get about 800 meters up the mountain, so take us about 30-40 minutes. Well, take me that long. So long it takes the old man.
I got to do some videoing.
Yeah.
Waterfalls back there. Glassing for sheep. Finally saw some, eh?
Yeah, so we were just reading on a forum. They say mid-October you might start seeing some rams around the ewes, and got about 6 or 7 ewes out there. Probably, I don't know, 400 or 500 yards.
Yeah, first hour into the hunt. 15, 16 above today, so it's a little warm.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot. So hopefully rams with them.
What are these?
Bighorn sheep graveyard. Maybe add into the burial site.
At least they're marked.
Right, well, we just spotted what we thought was a couple of rams from a couple kilometers away. Got the spotting scope. One looked decent, hard to tell, so we decided to come up, get a closer look. I think they passed by, but right as we got set up, we had a group of probably 8 or 10 ewes walk by at about 80, 90 yards, but they kept walking away, so we're going to go try to find where they came from and set up. We got another 5 hours of shooting light left about, so maybe they'll come back into the bush to bed. Well, we're up here looking. We seen the ewes and lambs that walked by us earlier. Haven't spotted the rams since we came up a little closer to try to get a view, so we don't know where the rams are. So we'll kind of keep hanging out here and see if they work their way back or something new passes through. We're at a bit of a pinch point, so we'll see.
Well, unfortunately, those 2 rams didn't come back our way before nightfall. We hiked our way back down, got back to the vehicles. Spent 2 days in there, got some good intel for when we get drawn for the mountain sheep in November. So I'm sitting out this morning in a spot. It's quite windy today, so I'm deep in the bush on kind of a scrape line. I know scrape lines aren't the best right now, but it's also a nice transitional area between some feeding and some bedding. So there's a few of us out today, so hopefully we get into some action. Exciting. Just had those 2 bucks come by. I got my hex on and my hex base layers, and that one small buck came in like right downwind, and I did put some scent out, but he mustn't have caught my wind. Maybe the wind was just beside him. I was looking and he stopped and he looked back and he was looking, and all of a sudden I could see another buck coming, and it had a frame, but not a monster buck either, you know. So kind of got a small and a medium. Now I need a large, or maybe an extra large. Bah. Bah. Okay, so he's down. Like, I heard him crash. He maybe went. I saw him do a little curl, and he went about 40 yards. He smashed up. I don't know how big he is, but I just had one walk by, and I was just about to send a snapshot to the guys, and I heard another deer walking by. And I saw it stopped, and I don't know if you can see in the corner of the camera screen, but he was like making a rub there. Not a rub, but he's working a scrape and a licking branch. And then he walked out. I know it's 23 yards. I just put it 20 yards mid-body behind his chest. And I stopped him. I don't know if he was behind a tree when I did the film. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I hit him good. I know I got both lungs. So I'm just going to go down there and look for him right now. Yeah, that's the stand I was sitting in. That is the arrow. She's opened up good. There it is. Good penetration. Soaked. Heart shot, boys, heart shot. Tons of blood. Tons of blood, man. There he is. Well, there he is. He's 5x4, close to Pope and Young. No monster. When he came in, he was just bigger than the other one, and I just thought he was that. There's a 6x7 that we see in here, very similar rack, tight frame, and that's the one I thought it was. But yeah, he only went probably 80 yards. Good buck, good eater, exciting season. There's some big ones left around here for the other guys. Okay, some people stick heads into lions' mouths, but guys from Texas, really test fate. Tongues in a wasp nest. Those are big balls, buddy. Big Texas balls.
Yeah, we just set this blind up. There's a great funnel area, and there's a bunch of scrapes in here, so we're hoping to get some action tonight.
Right on. Yeah, I'm up here. I'm guiding Paul. In Texas, I got myself a guiding license. I'm running video and guiding him here. Some balmy weather. What is it? +5 today, I think. It's pretty warm. But Paul's ready for 40 below weather. He's got heated socks, heated vest.
It doesn't get this cold in Texas.
I'm just about to put on my shorts and a little sunblock here in a second. Well, Paul had his sights on this big 7x7 buck that Dylan had named Lucky. And he had some nice ones come by. Got a shot at one. This was one on his closing day that everyone called the wall hanger, which he chose to pass because there was still a couple hours of daylight left and he hoping Lucky would come by. So I would really call this buck more luckier than lucky. But next year is another year.
Well, it's a cold November day, I think about -18 and wind chill -21. I left the deerless country of the north to come back to the bow zone, hunt with my good buddy Taylor. We're sitting in the afternoon here. It's, I don't know, about 15:45, 1600, so hoping to get a deer off this food source here and see how things go. Aw. Hand him, Steve. Great shot, buddy. He's gonna go down right there. There he goes. Holy moly. I just rattled what? Oh, 20 seconds ago? 20 seconds later. Holy man. Oh man. Perfect shot. A buck went a little more than 20. I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping maybe it didn't go 20, but it's a tough drag out. Oh man. Great shot. I don't think we've ever shot a deer together. No. That's like the first one ever.
Well, remember, you haven't shot many in general, so that's not saying much.
Yeah.
Wow. Perfect shot. How far? I don't know, 30 yards? 20
25?
25, yeah. I'm at 25, 8, 20, and
There she lays.
let's say she's lights out. Well, we just climbed down. We're gonna go see if we can find the arrow. I don't know if we're gonna worry about blood because I think we know where he fell. Clean pass through. Whoa! Ooh! Spare leaf. That's the leaf I was aiming at.
That's a fair bit of blood. Now, where did he go? Let's go trail him. I think this is the buck me and Aaron had come in there 3 or 4 days ago.
Yep.
The broken point. Right on. And there he is.
There he is.
Nice, pretty buck.
Not far.
Nope.
No broken brows. He's just growing his fifth.
Yeah. Perfect.
It'll work.
Awesome. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, man.